Hey everyone, Seth Campbell here. Welcome back to Segway Plays Donkey Kong 64. In the last episode, we finished up most of what we needed to do with Diddy and switched over to Donkey Kong and began his Angry Aztec quests, including freeing the llama. Now that we have freed the llama, we are able to get into the llama's temple. So let's go. And it's Lanky Kong. Who's there? Can you come here and give me a hand? So now we know that Lanky Kong is here in this temple somewhere. Also in this temple are purple claptraps. So there's another pool in the middle of the temple, but this one is lava. Now this is interesting because inside this temple there are banana port pads, and these are not connected to the banana port pads at the same number out in the main portion of this world. This temple is a sort of self-contained mini area, and that is how the banana port pads in here will function. They are only related to other banana port pads that we will find somewhere in here. You know what? Actually, let's just... Ow. Let's just play the instrument, because that should take care of both things at once. It wakes up the llama and gets him to spit into the lava, which turns it into water. The physics behind that are questionable, and it's also kind of disgusting, but it's easier to swim through lava, or through water, than lava. So we'll take it. Let's see what else is around here. There is a Donkey Kong switch. See what happens if we press this. This opens the cave above the sand/lava. And somehow that claptrap respawns immediately. But now we know what that invincibility barrel out in that area was for. Now here is a new Banana Port 1. So as I said earlier, this takes us just to the other side of the temple. Now the interesting thing is, while this temple does have switches on the outside to let different Kongs in, you can also change Kongs with this tag barrel here. So these switches on the outside, I guess they're more to show like who really has something to do here. But they are not the only ways to get certain Kongs in. We have Donkey Kong's banana medal now, which is good. Now you may recognize that sound. We've heard it before. It's one of those strange pixie creatures again. But there's nothing we can do about that. At least for now. And over here there is a trombone music pad. So that's good to remember. But I think that is everything we can explore in this room for now. So let us continue into the depths of the temple. Please let me out. I'll help you defeat K. Rool. Well, Unlike with Tiny Kong, there's no additional puzzle once we get into this room. It's really easy. Cool move, DK. I gotta get some fresh air. I'll help you by collecting blue bananas. Come and find me in the tag barrel. So yes, we now have Lanky Kong. So that makes 4 out of 5 Kongs now available to us. And once again, as I said, this trick kind of repeats itself. You have to remember to come back in here as Lanky Kong. Now you may have noticed that we did not find anywhere that connects to a banana port number 2 here in this temple. At least not yet. So we didn't find wherever the second banana port number 2 is. Did I just knock the critter into the water? I think I did. So you just make sure there isn't a yellow banana balloon floating around here somewhere. Oh! I can see a tiny balloon, though. A purple balloon. That is one of the ones, and I'll talk more about this a little later. I mentioned earlier in the Let's Play that there were certain times that balloons were kind of glitchy and really difficult to find. That's one of them. Okay, still a little bit to do as Donkey Kong. We do have to drop off his blueprint. It occurs to me, I didn't look around the back of, I guess I can call it Croc's Temple. Those are Tiny's bananas. Oh, there's a Trough and Scoff portal. I didn't mean to go through that. You will always go back out through the portal you came in through, so that doesn't matter. There's a blue coin here. These controls. Oh, here are some red bananas. Okay, that's good. So we'll have Diddy Kong come back here at some point. I think there were 14 red bananas I hadn't found, so if there are 4 there, there's probably a balloon somewhere. But another thing we did with Donkey Kong in the last episode is we got his blueprint. So if we go over... Oh no, this doesn't take us the way I... I just made things harder than they had to be. So now that we have the blueprint, we should take that over to Snide, who's over this way. And Snide, per our deal, will give us a golden banana. So with that out of the way, you may remember, especially because I just mentioned it a couple of minutes ago, the Strong Kong barrel over in this little alcove. Wasn't really much we could do with it before. But now that this tunnel is open... Oh, there's the red balloon. I totally forgot it was here. And now there's one batch of yellow bananas that I don't know where it is. Oh, it's right there. Haha. Haha. And you may be wondering, how do we get Diddy Kong back here? Well, we'll address that shortly. But not right now. Look right by these bananas. They were right there. In my defense, the sand, lava, whatever it is yellow. I'm going to go with sand. I always thought it was lava, but I'm going to go with really hot sand now. But this is the first time we can actually jump into one of these barrels.
Welcome to bonus stage.
Welcome to bonus stage indeed. Sneak around the maze to the checkered flag. This is a bonus barrel. Bonus barrels have different mini games in them that you have to clear to win a banana. This one is pretty simple. Stealthy Snoop is just don't get caught by the searchlights. These enemies are called cops, spelled with a K, of course, because they are Kremlings. They're not terribly smart. You can kind of sneak around the periphery of their light, and you should be okay. Oh, crud. Dead end. Well, might as well get caught because I'm not making it. Each Kong has an amusing animation when they lose minigames. Donkey Kong rams his head into the ground.
Welcome to bonus stage.
Most minigames are, oh, no. Not good. Most minigames are fairly simple concepts. They're very self-explanatory. They're not really confusing, but they can definitely get very difficult, particularly in later levels, and that's something we are going to talk about eventually. If you've played this game with any degree of thoroughness, you know what I'm thinking of right now. You know exactly what I am thinking of. Which way is he gonna turn? That's... Yep, just managed to sneak by that. Is this the way I went before? Nope. This is the end. And there we go. We have completed our first bonus barrel, which gives us a golden banana. And in this case, it activates the other banana port pad, which allows us to get in and out of here without using the Strong Kong barrel, but it also allows Diddy Kong to warp back there and get his last banana balloon. There we go. Now I am going... Oh, ow. I am going to go get those last bananas at Croc's temple that we saw earlier. The Diddy bananas that are just kind of sitting there. And I will meet you back at the tag barrel to start adventuring as a new Kong. Well, this barrel full of monkeys is almost full, in fact. There's only one Kong missing. Oh man, so drunker than a barrel full of monkeys, and my old lady, she don't care. Anyway. Now, it's debatable which Kong is... anyway. Quack! Hello, Tiny. There are 5 golden bananas for you to find in here, too. Quack! You could debate which Kong is third on the list, whether it's Lanky or Tiny, but since we rescued Tiny Kong first, might as well just go with her first for now. Of course, she doesn't have any of the kinds of upgrades that the other Kongs have just yet, because she has just returned to us. Let's see, okay, blue bananas are on top of these trees, so that's Lanky Kong. Good to remember. Were there any bananas back here? No. It's over or around Proc's Temple, but I'm going to wait until we have some sort of shooter before I go there, as Tiny Kong. And I said this before, once you first get a new Kong, it's always good to sort of take the long way around rather than just using the banana port pads, because a lot of times you'll find bananas and coins. Jeez, these guys are giving me a hard time today. Incidentally, something I wanted to mention about this music, because I kind of shortchanged Grant Kirkhope earlier, despite all my praise of him, by saying that most of his songs are based in C, either major or minor. This one is actually one of the exceptions, and in fact, a lot of times that he has been asked to score sort of mystic or temple worlds, it's usually in F, which this one is, but it also goes through many, many different keys, including E flat, B flat, and B minor. Actually, I don't think it is B minor. Might just be B in general. Don't know why I decided to do this way, but it was a bad idea. So let's turn around. This is not going well. But through all of that, we did get Tiny Kong's blueprint, which is a good start. And now I need some watermelon slices fast. Bring me a watermelon fast. Does anyone remember that joke from Arthur? Arthur's teaching DW how to ride a bike, and what things mean and what signals mean if you're on a bike, and DW makes this goofy face and says, "What does this mean?" And Arthur says, "That doesn't mean anything." And suddenly their neighbor runs up to them wearing a bath towel and hands her a cabbage and says, "Where I come from, whenever you do this on a bike, it means someone bring me a cabbage fast." I remember odd things. But anyway, did I get coins? Yes, got plenty of coins. So, yep, well, I've got enough coins. I will get Tiny Kong's instrument first. For 3 coins, you can play on this musical instrument. Do you want it? Yep, it is Tiny Kong that plays the saxophone. Stand a little closer, Tiny, and I'll show you how to use your instrument. I guess Candy Kong is flirtatious with Kongs of all genders. Incidentally, for veterans of the Donkey Kong Country series, you may look at Tiny Kong and say, you know, it's funny, she looks kind of familiar. Tiny Kong is actually, I believe, meant to be the younger sister of Dixie Kong, who was featured in Donkey Kong Countries 2 and 3. I can't do this yet because I don't have a shooter. So I believe that is confirmed in the instruction manuals for this game, that Tiny Kong is meant to be Dixie Kong's younger sister. Dixie Kong, incidentally, is, I believe, Diddy Kong's girlfriend. I actually wanted to go to Funky's first, but I ended up here. Might as well do this. Like I said, you will not run out of coins. I perfected another one of my potions, Tiny. Mini Monkey, Kongum Smallus. You can now use my special barrel with your face on it. Leap into one and prepare to be amazed. As you change size, you'll only be able to remain like this while your supply of crystal coconuts lasts. So I guess that's why she's Tiny Kong, even though she is bigger than Diddy Kong in normal state. She can shrink down to be much smaller, as the DK wrap indicated to us. And now I actually need more coins before I can get a shooter, and I think I know where I can find a couple. Oh dear. Oops. So yes, if you run out of health in the main level instead of in the boss fight, which is the only other time this has happened, you will just be sent back to the beginning. I am really not good at this game. I'm sure we've already, seen a whole bunch of purple coins that I should just get, and I can't remember where they are right now, but... Oh no, in fact I do remember where some are, and I'm going the right way. So there, take that. Perfect. Okay. Now we can get Tiny Kong a shooter.
Check this out. I've got this real cool shooter. It'll trash K. Rool's army, and it's yours for just 3 coins. Yep.
His spiel is the same. The feather bow. So it is Tiny Kong that shoots feathers. For some reason, she is the only one that doesn't shoot food. I don't know what the deal is either. But with that, we have equipped Tiny Kong for the road ahead. So I think we will call off the rest of this... Oh, well, not call off. We will call this episode here, and we'll continue in the next one. See you soon.